Jennifer Lopez returns in musical drama Kiss of the Spider-Woman as new trailer drops. Welcome. Today we're diving into one of the year's most talked about cinematic musical dramas, Kiss of the Spider-Woman. The film marks a major return to Hollywood for global superstar Jennifer Lopez in a role that's bold, dramatic, and unlike anything she's done before. From festival red carpets to stunning musical sequences, this adaptation has captivated audiences, and the new trailer has magnified that buzz. This is Kiss of the Spider-Woman, the story of music, politics, friendship, and escape through fantasy. Sit back and let's explore the worlds this film weaves together, from prison cells to song and dance. Kiss of the Spider-Woman is a 2025 musical drama, written and directed by Academy Award winner Bill Condon, Dreamgirls, Beauty and the Beast. The story is based on the multi-award-winning 1992 Broadway musical by John Kander and Fred Ebb, which in turn was adapted from Argentinian novelist Manuel Puig's 1976 book. This cinematic iteration stars Jennifer Lopez, Diego Luna, and Tanisha, three performers whose talents anchor the film's dramatic and musical arcs. Lopez not only stars but also serves as an executive producer, signaling her deep creative investment in the project. Narrator, Conted. The story unfolds against the harsh backdrop of Argentina's 1980s military dictatorship, a time of political repression and brutal prison conditions. It centers on two cellmates, Valentin, a stoic revolutionary, and Luis Molina, a flamboyant window dresser with a penchant for escapist fantasy. To understand the weight of this story, we must understand where it's set, Argentina in 1983. A military junta is in control, and dissent is met with severe consequence. It's within this tense, often brutal environment that our protagonists form an unlikely bond. Dramatic reading, Luis Molina's voice. Gentle, reflective. When you're trapped between the walls, imagination becomes your most valuable escape. Narrator. Here, life isn't just survival. It's about how you survive emotionally and psychologically. Molina uses his love of classic Hollywood fantasy to reimagine their prison existence. Into these dream sequences steps Ingrid Luna, a silver screen icon played by Jennifer Lopez. Let's talk about the new trailer, which showcases Lopez, not just as a performer, but a force of theatrical presence. The official trailer, released months before the film's theatrical premiere, teased fans with a blend of old Hollywood glamour and gritty realism. Play trailer audio clip or describe visuals if no audio. Narrator, Conted. First, look at the opening shots. Stark, nearly monochrome prison hallways with handheld camera work that feels raw and unforgiving. Suddenly, a burst of color appears. Jennifer Lopez, shimmering under spotlight, singing and dancing like a classic screen legend. This contrast between drab prison lines and vibrant fantasy sequences is the visual heart of the trailer. Narrator. Fans immediately noticed how the trailer stitches together these two worlds, realism and reverie, the harshness of imprisonment and the dazzling escapism of musicals. Lopez's performance anchors these transitions, giving viewers a taste of her vocal and dance momentum in scenes that feel like old musicals done with modern flair. For Jennifer Lopez, this role isn't just another part. It's a return to the musical format, something she's long aspired to but rarely had the opportunity to conquer on this scale. In interviews, Lopez revealed she once auditioned for major musicals early in her career, Evita, Chicago, 9, long before landing this role. Narrator. She said that performing in Kiss of the Spider-Woman was a lifelong dream, a chance to blend acting, singing, and dancing all into one powerful cinematic experience. She even filmed many of the musical sequences in extended one-take setups, reminiscent of classic stage performances. Interview clip, Lopez voice excerpt. Oh, enthused. It feels like everything I've ever wanted, to be able to sing, dance, act in one space, and feel like I'm telling something real and emotional. Narrator. That authenticity, captured in long, coordinated takes, brings a visceral energy to the musical numbers and anchors Lopez's performance in something deeply cinematic. Before its global streaming availability, the film premiered at the 2025 Sundance Film Festival, where it received a standing ovation. Critics highlighted Lopez's performance as showy and dynamic, with some even speculating about awards buzz. Yet, like any ambitious project, responses were mixed. Some critics appreciated the risk and theatrical flair, while others found the contrast between the gritty prison sequences and the Technicolor musical interludes jarring. Narrator. Audience scores have varied, with many praising the spectacle and performances, especially Lopez's, while others debated how the musical elements fit within the dramatic core of the story. But regardless of where one lands, conversation around the film is rich and layered. After its festival run and limited theatrical release, Kiss of the Spider-Woman recently rolled out on streaming platforms, including Hulu in the United States and Lionsgate Play in India starting March 6, 2026. This means audiences around the world can now experience the film's blend of storytelling and song from home, a boon for fans who may have missed its theatrical run. Narrator. Content. Streaming visibility gives the film a chance to find new audiences beyond awards seasons and festival circuits, and it's already sparking renewed discussions among musical lovers and film enthusiasts alike. So what is Kiss of the Spider-Woman at its core? It's a story about imagination versus reality, about how art can be our sanctuary when life is brutal. It's about two men from different worlds who find empathy in an improbable place, and a dazzling musical that keeps them sane. And at the center of it all is Jennifer Lopez, a performer who returns not just to sing or dance, but to inhabit a role that bridges fantasy and truth. The film's new trailer and its streaming debut invite us to see her in a dimension of storytelling that is bold, theatrical, and deeply human. Narrator. Final words. Whether you're a fan of musicals, of drama, or of performances that push boundaries, Kiss of the Spider-Woman is a film that asks you to feel, dream, and confront what lies beyond the walls. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the magic. To truly understand the impact of Jennifer Lopez's return, we need to explore the character she plays, Ingrid Luna. She is not just a glamorous movie star within the film. She is a projection, a fantasy, a psychological survival mechanism. In Kiss of the Spider-Woman, Molina recounts films starring Ingrid Luna to his prison cellmate Valentin. These retellings morph into full-scale musical numbers, dazzling, stylized, emotionally heightened. Ingrid becomes larger than life, embodying desire, danger, beauty, and escape. But here's the brilliance. Ingrid isn't merely fantasy. She becomes a mirror. Dramatic reading, Molina tone. She's fearless. She sings even when the world burns around her. She never lets them see her afraid. Narrator. That line could just as easily describe Molina himself, or even Lopez. Lopez's Ingrid is theatrical, yes, but she's layered. In several moments from the trailer, we see her eyes soften, almost break character. This suggests that even within fantasy, there's vulnerability. The character represents escapism, desire, power through performing.